By the time you turned 25, you were supposed to have it figured out. Everyone around you seemed to. They picked a lane, built the career, moved with a certainty you have never quite felt, and you kept circling, starting, stopping, sensing. There was something larger you were meant for, but never able to name it. So, somewhere along the way, you made a quiet decision. You decided the problem was you, that you were behind. Carl Jung spent his entire life proving the opposite. The people who feel most behind in the first half of life are very often the ones built to bloom in the second, and almost no one is told this in time. Jung divided a human life into two halves, and he warned that they obey opposite laws. He wrote that we cannot live the afternoon of life according to the program of life's morning, because what was great in the morning will be little by evening, and what was true at dawn becomes a lie by dusk. The morning of life has only one task: adapt to the outer world, build the career, win the mate, earn the status, construct the mask that society rewards. And here is the cruelty that almost no one explains to you. That task is an extrovert's game. It rewards the person whose gifts point outward. But some people are wired to point inward. In 1921, Jung mapped the human personality types, and he named one the rarest of them all: the introverted intuitive, the dreamer, the seer, the one who senses where things are going years before there is any proof in the morning of life. That gift is worthless on the open market. You cannot sell a vision that no one else can see yet. So, while the outward types are collecting their trophies, the inward type looks by every visible measure like a failure, misunderstood, slow, behind. And then the sun crosses its highest point. Jung said that somewhere around midlife, an invisible clock turns over, and the things that powered the morning quietly stop working. The achiever who built everything on the persona suddenly feels hollow at the very peak of his success, because he never built an inner life, and now the afternoon is asking for one he does not have. Meanwhile, the so-called late bloomer has been doing nothing but building that inner world the entire time. What looked like falling behind was preparation. The afternoon of life is their morning. But there is a trap here, and Jung's circle named it precisely. They called it the provisional life, the life of the eternal youth. He is gifted, full of promise, and quietly convinced that real life has not actually started yet. So he keeps every door open, commits to nothing, and waits for a perfect moment that never arrives. It feels like depth. It is actually paralysis. The dreamer who never lands stays behind forever, not because the world failed him, but because he refused to choose. The cure is not to kill the dreamer, it is to marry him to his opposite, to the principle of limit, of form, of patient and boring discipline. Vision without structure is only fog. Structure without vision is only a prison. The late bloom happens the moment the two of them finally meet. And when they meet, something switches on that the young simply cannot reach. Jung noticed it across thousands of patients. The young came to him to enter life. But almost everyone past 35 came for the same buried reason. Meaning, the deepest curriculum of your life does not even unlock until its second half. And Jung knew this from the inside. His own great work The ideas he is remembered for came after his own collapse, near the age of 40. The man who defined the second half of life only found his own life in its afternoon. So, if you feel behind, consider that you may simply be reading an afternoon being by a morning clock. An oak is not late because it took longer than the weed. You were never broken. You were unfolding. The privilege of a lifetime, Jung said, is to become who you truly are. And that is the one thing that can never be rushed. The ones who bloom late are not the ones that life forgot. They are the ones it was saving.